What's up, vibers? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Amazing Vibes. My name is Sharice, and on this channel, we talk about inspiration, beauty, and lifestyle. Today, we're going to talk about late bloomers and why you are the one that's being left behind. But first, before I get into my commentary, we're going to look at some of these people on TikTok and see their take about it.
I met my husband when I was 37. I got engaged and married at 38. I had my first child at 39. I became a homeowner at 40. I am 43 now, and I'm just getting to the point in life where I feel like I can do whatever I want. I'm more confident than I've ever been. I'm more bold than I've ever been. I'm able to really get a grasp on what my gifts and talents are and share those things with the world. I didn't have that courage when I was in my 20s. So if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're feeling like life has passed you by and you haven't figured everything out just yet, you really don't have to. You really don't have to. I tried to cosplay as a career woman when I was younger. I tried to be like everyone else and try to get a job where I could maybe try to get ahead and try to make more money and try to climb the ladder. It never worked for me. Every single time I would take another step on the rung of the ladder, I would get kicked off. But the truth is, I was always meant to be a stay-at-home mom. I was always meant to be a housewife. I know it's going to offend some people because this life is not for everybody, but this was always my destiny. I love what I'm doing right now more than ever, and I have the opportunity to pursue my passion projects, things that I never would have done before when a traditional job outside of the home was taking up all of my time. If I had really understood in my 20s and 30s that this is the life I really wanted and that really suited me, I would have done this sooner. But I was so busy pretending to be something that I wasn't because I didn't have the courage in my youth to just be me. I was too embarrassed to say what I really wanted and what I was really all about. At 43, I don't care when anyone says about me, and people on this app say craziness about me. People in real life say craziness about me, but I am so grateful that I have leaned in to what feels authentic to me. So I don't know what that is for you, but lean into it. It's all gonna work out in time.
But it's falling in love and I'm falling behind.
I grew up in a Christian household, so you already know how that go. And my parents wasn't even super strict on me when I got older. I was strict on myself. You know, I didn't date in high school, middle school. I didn't do anything. I didn't have my first kiss till I was like 19. And the thing they'll tell you is you start feeling like you're not an adult because of social media, and you start like letting the world dictate your movement. And that's what I did. And that's how I lost my virginity, because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna live my best life. I'm tired. Like, this part, virginity, my sex, it don't matter. Like, I can do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And I just lost my virginity. And I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, oh, I thought it was bad, or I had a bad experience. I didn't have a bad experience. But what I did do was fall away from God, because I was so enamored with, oh, but this is how you be an adult. You get being adult mixed up with worldly living. It's okay to be a late bloomer. God gonna bring you the right person at the right time, because at the end of the day, I shouldn't have lost my virginity to who I did. Even though he's a good guy, it's just like I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? I'm too busy trying to chase the Joneses, chase the world, losing my relationship, and it wasn't even worth it. You know what I mean? But it's okay if you a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? You're not late. You're not a late bloomer because you haven't done worldly things. You are an adult. You are great, and you are a beautiful black woman or man. Period. Or not. Whatever.
For all the girls who are feeling like they are late and they don't have it together, that's a whole lie. I'm just figuring it out in these last 7 years, seriously, and I'm about to be 44 in less than a month. Figuring it out. Like, I'm living my best life in my 40s than I ever did when I was in my 20s or 30s. And I think that social media has all y'all tricked up to believe that y'all not living this good life. That's just so not true. Like, your life is where it's supposed to be at. God don't make no mistakes in my life. I don't feel like God don't make no mistakes. I'm about to get married in my 40s. God know that, like, I thought I should have been married in my 30s. I didn't even think I was ever even going to get married at some point in my life. So the fact that I'm actually getting married and it's actually happening to me says a whole lot about where I'm at in my life. Stop looking at social media. You are right where you're supposed to be at, and God willing, you have so much more time left to figure it out. Like, it's okay to be a late bloomer. I'm definitely a late bloomer. And I love the blooming process. It's a beautiful process. I love it. Bloomers out here, I love y'all. Y'all are fine. You will figure out your thing, whatever that is. I love y'all so much. because we all a tribe out here for all the girls that's late bloomers. Like, okay, we didn't get it together when we was in our 20s and 30s, but we getting it together now in our late 30s or in our 40s. We're going to be just fine. And I just want y'all to know that, like, I'm here. I get it. I understand. Love y'all. Enjoy your day, because I'm about to get into these donuts.
Have you ever felt like a late bloomer?
Of course, yeah. I feel like a late bloomer right now. Like, things just have kind of moved a little slower for me. Or like, even when you're like having conversations with your friends and you can't participate because you're like, I'd never experienced that.
I think it's the pressure that we put on ourselves and the pressure the society puts on us as well. Like, by the time I hit 30, of course I want to be accomplished and I want to achieve certain things. But why is it that we associate 30 to like needing to have certain things in place?
Marketing.
It's true. It is marketing.
It's the way things were just like marketed to us. Like, 30 became the magic number when Forbes started doing 30 under, I feel like when Forbes started doing 30 under 30. So you start to think, okay, these are like milestone years for me, but why can't 27 be it? Why can't 32 be like these numbers just came out of nowhere?
I am no longer ashamed to admit that I'm not like other girls. And don't worry, this is not your For You page acting up. Please delete the paragraph. Please delete the essays. I mean it in a sense of envy, because I'm not like other girls, but I really, really wish I was. And I think the worst part about being a late bloomer, especially as one of the girls or the gays, is watching everyone else around you become the person they're supposed to be, grow into the best version of themselves, and then there's just you, standing there watching everyone pass by, really wishing you were like the other girls who aren't afraid to go into the dating pool, know how to do makeup, know how to dress, have a routine, have something that they're really, really good at. Hell, stuff like waxing. I have never waxed a day in my life, and I am almost in my mid-20s. And falling behind is just such an incredibly lonely feeling. There are so many reasons why I think people become late bloomers. I feel like so many people around you have just been passing by and progressing while you're just standing there falling behind. For me specifically, though, I think it definitely comes from being that one Black girl from the suburbs, which ironically enough is even more lonely and hard to talk about, because clearly who am I going to talk to that about when everyone else around you is either not Black or your Black friends didn't have that same experience. And again, there's many other reasons why, and I'm sure you have your own. But I think the worst part about all of that is finally becoming the person that you're supposed to be, slowly growing into that version of yourself that is the best version of yourself, and having no one to celebrate that with. Just those small victories, those small wins, which was one of the biggest motivators for me in creating this community of late bloomers, because I want there to be a space where we can all uplift each other and celebrate each other for those small wins, even though so many other people around us figured out how to do those things so long ago. And so I hope this reached the right people, and if you relate to this, don't worry, you are not alone, and I'm right there with you. And maybe it's hard to talk about this feeling to other people around you because you just feel like they don't understand, but there are more people out there that understand that feeling perfectly, and hopefully that makes it a little less lonely.
Seeing other people flourish while you're in a waiting season is hard. It doesn't matter how much we talk about how important it is to not compare. A lot of us still do it. And if you feel like a late bloomer, it's very hard because you've likely been in multiple situations where you are repeatedly clapping for other people. And as genuine as you are in your celebration of them, there is also this grand curiosity that you have for yourself. When is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be my moment? When am I going to have something happen that I feel is a cause for celebration? And so it can be discouraging sometimes if there's a lot that you're working toward and it seems that the desires you have continually get delayed or deferred. What I will tell you is how important it is to not allow your heart to become bitter when it seems like your dreams are turning sour. And that's such an important thing to keep at the forefront of your mind, because maintaining patience and persevering through it is hard. I do grow impatient sometimes. I do wonder when it's going to happen. And sometimes I think that I'm on the path and I think I'm headed there, and then boom, a detour, and then boom, the scenic route. And so I think I'm choosing to view the scenic route as a privilege instead of a punishment. And I hope that that encourages you.
All right, so now that we listened to them, now's my take. There's many different reasons why a person may be behind in life. Sometimes it's just timing. I don't know why different people have different times for accomplishing different things, but timing is the main one. You cannot compare yourself to someone else's journey because you have your own path to walk. And I think in doing that, I think it ends up being a disservice, because while you're spending your energy looking at somebody else, you could be using that energy to work on yourself. If you're going to compare yourself, please don't compare your day 1 to their day 100, because you don't know what that person had to go through, the many nights that they had to stay up late, the tears that they've cried, the sacrifices they have made to get to where they are now. Instead of using that energy to compare ourselves to someone else, we need to be using that energy on bettering ourselves. Which brings me to the second reason. Some of us may not be giving our everything and our 100% to our goals and our dreams. Like, take me for instance, I want to be a successful content creator. And sometimes I get frustrated looking at other people's success. But what I'm beginning to realize is some people have been on here 5 to 10 years before they've seen any successful days. And there are plenty of days where I just don't feel motivated, just like today. I've been sleepy all day. I've had so many other things that I've had to do, not only with social media, filming TikToks for my other channel, but I need to work out. I need to wash clothes. I have a whole life outside of this. But instead of laying back down and going to sleep, I had to give myself a pep talk and let myself know that if I want to be a successful content creator, I have to get out here and do the work. I did not feel like coming out here making these videos. But you know what? These videos are not going to make themselves. So I had to get up and do what I had to do to film the video, and I have to edit after this. And the sun is setting right now. I still need to wash my clothes, and I still need to at least go for a walk, because I've gained 20 of the 40 pounds that I lost back. Life just be lifing, but sometimes we just got to roll with the punches and prioritize what we feel that is best. Another reason maybe is because you don't have the right mindset. You may not have any faith. You may be doubting and not believing in yourself. You may have to tweak your mindset and think a little more positively. You may be giving your attention to other things other than what you're supposed to be giving your attention to. So instead of doing research online and using YouTube to catapult your dreams and help you prepare for them, you may be listening to gossip online, or you may be listening to music or something that isn't quite productive. But yeah, back to the mindset. You may be doubting yourself and may not really realize that you're made for what you're trying to do and that you can do it. You may feel like you have an inferiority complex, like you're not good enough because you don't look a certain way. You're not the standard of beauty, or you're not packaged a certain way, or your voice sounds like this, or your handwriting is like that, or whatever it may be. Those are limiting beliefs. So you have to work on those things. You have to work on your mindset. You're reprogramming your mind so that your subconscious mind can take ideas of success. And you do that by speaking what you want to see versus of what you are already seeing, and putting the work in. Sometimes we're only putting in 20% of the work instead of 100% of the work. Sometimes we're taking too many breaks. Sometimes we just need to put our head down, work, and get it done. So yeah, so those are just some of the many reasons why you may still be left behind. And if so, if this is you, don't get discouraged. Don't be down on yourself. I'm in the same boat. I'm still dealing with it myself. Just like I said, today I didn't even want to come out here and film, but I had to force myself to get up and come out here and make this video. So if you need to take breaks, especially if it's for your mental health. That's okay. But what I'm saying is, don't take too long of a break. Don't get into a mindset of laziness. And if you do find yourself there, make sure you're pulling yourself out of that. So yeah, guys, so if you like the video, I just ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, just know that you're so amazing and continue to vibe high. Bye.